Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play The Witcher 2. I have returned to the surface after our very dangerous but very interesting and very profitable trip to the underground of the city. And I have been busy before starting this recording because I needed to do a lot of stuff after coming back. For once I have read all the notes that I found in the sorcerer's lab. Which was pretty interesting. It's about the Vran and that they apparently died due to a virus or a bacteria. So that's interesting. And the sorcerer actually sealed off his lab because he didn't want other people to find out and maybe use the bacteria as some sort of, I guess, some sort of biological weapon. So that was pretty interesting. Also, I collected a bunch of different silver swords in the last few episodes, so I have actually been comparing them and deciding on which I want to use, and I have decided to use this one, Adon Daith. It's actually the one that has extra damage against raise. I mean, not much, just 4%. But it also has more overall damage, so I decided to use this, and I upgraded it. I pretty much always use the same runes for my swords. A fire rune, a sun rune, and an earth rune, by the way. Because it gives me more vitality and more damage, and yeah, I'm a simple person. I just like, you know, more attack and more defense, and not, I don't know, more critical effects and bleeding and whatever. I just want to, you know, hit people in the face as strong as I can and not die while doing it. So I always like to take vitality and more attack and stuff like that. I still have the Ran sword. I really like this one. And I actually have a new armor as well. I bought this one from the smith Brass of Banat, or whatever his name is. It was really damn expensive. But after finding all that money down in the underground cellar or whatever, I could afford it easily. As you can see, I still have a good amount of money. So yeah, I got this one. It's pretty damn awesome. I put more enhancements on it. Again, stuff for more vitality and similar enhancements. So I guess I can use this for a while. It also looks pretty good. I like how it looks. And before I continue, a while ago I was asked if I could show my character
It's a brazen
build.
attack. King Radovid will learn of this.
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
The audacity!
Pull yourself
People are
together!
just keep having the same conversation over and over again. I mean, I mostly do my leveling off camera, and I do this for a reason, because it gives me more time to look at the different talents and the descriptions. Whenever I try to do, you know, my leveling on camera, I kind of feel the need to do it quickly because I don't want to, you know, spend too much time on it. But, you know, since somebody asked for it, let's have a quick look at my build. It's not very special, I would say. Like I said, I'm a simple person, and I like, you know, warrior combat style and swordplay. So I spend most of my talents on the swordsmanship path. I actually have all the talents, and I upgraded this because more vitality, and I like more vitality because I like to be tanky. So I have more or less all of the skills. I think there are a few that I didn't take, like, I don't know, 2% instant kill doesn't really seem that great. Or, yeah, critical effects, not really so much interested in that. And I don't block often enough to get an actual skill for that. I also spent a good amount of talents on my magic side. As you may have noticed, I have increased my vigor a lot in recent episodes, which is quite useful because if you are Quen up all the time, and I'm usually using Quen all the time because I like to be tanky, it is very useful to have more vigor because you can't regenerate vigor while you are using Quen. So I think taking more abilities that give me increased vigor, like this one, has definitely made it easier for me to defeat my enemies. And again, more vitality. I'm really quite predictable when it comes to that. I took a lot of those increased vitality talents. I even used some talents on alchemy. Again, more vitality. Because I wanted to see what I can take here. But since I've been told I would not have enough talents to actually, you know, max out all of the path, I should, you know, focus on one. So I focused on the swordsmanship and a little bit of magic. Specifically the sign that I actually use a lot, like Quen. I even leveled up Quen twice. I may want to level up Yrden as well, because I do use Yrden a lot too. And this is another Igni. I don't know if I'm going to level up my other signs as well. I didn't even level up Axii because this is a sign that I use the least, so I'm probably not going to spend talents on that. Maybe more on the art, I don't know. But I haven't really made up my mind what to do with my next talents. I mean, apparently I am very close to leveling up, but I don't know how many more talents I will get before the game is over. I guess I will have to collect even more XP until I get the next talent, so it's probably not going to be that much anymore. I decided not to take Sense of Magic because I'm not sure how this works. I mean, I have an adrenaline bar for my swordman's path, you know, the group finishers. So if I get the heliotrope signs, I guess I can only use my adrenaline for either the group finishers or the heliotrope signs. So I'm probably not going to spend any talents on that. But yeah, this is basically how it looks like. I don't know, I'm really just, you know, spitballing it here because I have no experience with what would be the best, but I feel I'm doing pretty good, so it doesn't seem to be that bad of a setup. And yeah, when it comes to my mutagens, there isn't really any deep thought into this. I mostly just used, you know, the strongest one that I had. So there are all kinds of mutagens here, like more damage, more bonus damage on signs. I didn't really invest much into additional damage on signs otherwise, so I'm mostly, you know, sword and stuff and a little bit of magic, and I probably won't put any more talents into the alchemy tree. But yeah, so if you're curious to see how my Garrett is leveled up, this is how it looks like. And I don't know, I'm happy with how it works because I seem to be doing well in most battles, so I think this is okay. Anyway, we have a few loose ends to take care of.
We must protest with all our power.
For example, maybe I'll start with this. I have all the ingredients for the spell to decrypt the manuscript, because I actually found an Endrega Queen in the sewers or in the underground tunnels of this place. So let's talk to this guy again. Right, I got all the ingredients.
I have the ingredients you mentioned.
Unbelievable. Give them to me. We must get the proportions right.
Okay.
Done. Let's see what's in the manuscript. By the gods.
What did you find?
Instructions. A description of how to forge the legendary sword known as Cairn. The sword will be yours. You deserve it, Witcher. I will consider forging it an honor.
Thanks.
Oh wow,
So long.
another sword. I just got some very nice swords, but I will have a look at it, of course. Oh, it's actually a diagram. It's a steel sword. I mean, I assume it probably has 3 rune slots as well. So I can probably increase the damage to at least the same that I currently have. And I can add more vitality and I can add incineration. The vitality regen is nice, but my current sword has it as well. I don't really care about the duration of blade oils because I never use them. And I don't care that much about the chance of instant kill, which is slightly higher. Nah, honestly, I think I'm going to keep my current sword. I like the freeze. And it may have slightly less damage. I mean, once I've added some runes to Cam, it probably has more damage overall. But I think I like the Vran sword more, so... well, thank for the diagram, but I'm not going to need that sword. And is this quest finished now? Yes, it is. So this only leaves this side quest. I need to talk to Cynthia. And I've actually seen her around. I think.
Where is
Philippa?
Philippa?
This is her. Alright, let's talk to her. You put on quite an act in Vergen, yes indeed. You are really into your role. You must be quite a dedicated agent.
You had me fooled back in Vergen. That sweet face of yours. Never suspected it could belong to someone who fanatically believes in conquering the North.
Mock me if you must. But I truly believe one huge empire is humanity's only hope. Many nations under one crown. With shared laws, advanced science, burgeoning industry and trade, and no wars, of course.
Sounds great. Let me know when it
Yeah.
works out. I'd gladly spend my old age in a land like that.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem, because it never works out. I mean, every huge empire in human history, especially those, and pretty much all of them were built on, you know, conquest, they all fell apart at some point, so... Yeah, it's not going to work, lady. You can't force people into one big empire and then hope it's just going to work forever. So, yeah, wonder what else we could find here. I don't know. More evil creatures, probably.
These ruins must hold many secrets.
I'm certain of that. It was a beautiful city. A city full of talent and hope. But that ill ended with the coming of the Nordling armies.
Think the city would have survived if those armies had been Imperial?
Your king started the war with the Enshe. Nilfgaard's relations with the elves have always been peaceful.
They really did a job on your brain.
Yeah, I don't know if this is true. Probably not. So, about the expedition.
That was an interesting adventure, Cynthia.
Yes, people bond over experiences like that.
Yeah, kinda makes you wonder what happened back in Vergen. Did you get your promotion?
Not yet. But His Imperial Majesty rewards dedication.
Can he discern the truth from lies?
What do you mean?
I take it the Emperor has no idea his sorceress helped a mutant kill a Nilfgaardian mage.
It was a dangerous expedition. Casualties were inevitable. He'll content himself with that.
Got time to talk? Or are you off on another dangerous mission?
Even we Nilfgaardian agents rest sometimes.
Well, I guess the Emperor can't really prove otherwise, right? I mean, the only one who knows about it is her and me. So, yeah. I know about the book. Yeah, I think she actually took a book from the lab.
You knew what we'd find in that laboratory.
Come again?
You wanted the bacteria strains that killed the Vrans, or more precisely, Derhenna's notes from his research into them.
This is very dangerous knowledge.
I suspect that's exactly why the Emperor is so interested.
The North is in chaos. An epidemic is the last thing you need. And one could break out if Derhenna's book fell into the wrong hands.
Fortunately, it's now in the right hands. in Emir's civilized and manicured hands.
Precisely.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm buying into that. So, what did Dahanna actually research?
I found some of Dahanna's notes. He studied the history of the Vrans, right?
Among other things.
He makes several mentions of an epidemic.
Loch Muin conceals many more secrets than we imagined. I doubt we'll ever know all of them.
Well, if Dahanna's to be trusted, the epidemic had something to do with the Enshe. Maybe the Vrans caught the disease from the elves.
I'm no expert on diseases, Witcher. Who knows? Perhaps Dahanna was right, and the decline of Vrani civilization was much darker and more sudden than we thought.
So, was the artifact useful?
Used the artifact yet?
I'm working on improving it. I think it'll be useful one day.
Okay, well, good luck with that, but yeah, I don't think you're very honest with me.
I'm finding it hard to believe anything you say.
Did you come here to insult me?
No. Sorry.
What exactly do you want?
I'm curious to know the real Cynthia. I don't know, is there even a real Cynthia?
I was curious. I wanted to see which Cynthia I'd meet this time. The spy, the sorceress, or maybe the woman.
Which were you hoping to meet?
The real one.
Let's assume you're speaking to her. How do you like her?
Let's say I like her quite a bit.
Compliments are clearly not your forte.
I just told you why I've come. Care to tell me why you invited me?
Let's say I was interested to see which Geralt would show up.
And?
I don't know. I don't trust you. You are manipulative and ruthless, and, I don't have a good feeling about this.
Thanks, but I have a wife and kids.
Silly game, Witcher. Very silly. Farewell, and good luck.
That was
She
a
should
perfect
pull down his
answer.
pants and give him a thrashing in front of all those knights.
You're a social outcast.
People suddenly gathered
Damn right, rude.
over here because they couldn't pass. Anyway, so is this quest? Yes, the quest is finished, which means there's really only one more thing for us to do, and that is to reach Philip Eilhart through the sewers or get the guard's attention. But I think, you know, letting yourself get arrested is kinda reckless. So I think I prefer to go through the sewers, and I think this is the way I have to go for that, right? I mean, I haven't actually been down here, so this is just my assumption. Oh, what the hell? I didn't know there were people down here. Alright, I guess I'm going to deal with you first. And that's another reason why I like this sword. Watching my enemies explode is just beautiful. Loch Muin sewers. Yeah, I'm guessing this is the proper way. Oh, I need a key for this. Well, this changes things a little bit because I don't have a key. So I may have to find a different way inside after all. So what does my map exactly say? Somewhere over there. So I don't know. I will go to that quest marker and see what I can find in that place. And don't need my sword at the moment. And I'll bring you back once I'm there. Alright, I have finally found the sewers. It turned out to be a random door on the other side of that square, and it took me like 10 minutes to find it. So, yeah, this was kinda well hidden. Anyway, I'm sure this place is dangerous, so let's drink some potions before we continue. I wonder if I need a cat. But I think I'm going to take my chances and not take a cat for now. Alright, let's go. Well, the place seems to be well lit, so I may not need a cat potion. Oh well. So much for being well lit. And oh, we already have some company. Rot fiends, of course. And a few minor ones. And I see another one over there in the distance. Okay. Is that all? Let me have a good look around here. But it seems that this door has collapsed. And there's no other way I can go. Alright, let's continue. Alright, some stuff for me to take. Diagram Ran armor. Ooh. And another sword. And armor. Well, maybe I shouldn't have bought the expensive armor that I just got. This isn't a bad armor either. This is a pretty good armor actually. I mean, once I put some enhancement in it, I may want to use it. Well, if I had known that, I probably wouldn't have bought the current one, but, well, I did, so there's that. And another silver sword. No, it's a steel sword. But it's not nearly as good as the one that I have. And this is another pretty nice armor. Huh. I actually need the armor of Isgith to craft this armor. That is interesting. But I don't have a Ran armor enhancement. So I'm not sure if I can actually craft this. Maybe I can find or craft one of these enhancements. Well, but it's pretty interesting the stuff that you can find down here. Okay, let's continue. Another armor diagram. What the hell is going on here? Let me look at that as well. This is another good armor. But I need a troll skin to craft it. Pretty sure I don't have a troll skin. Not in my storage either. Because, I mean, I didn't kill any trolls. Whenever I met them, I just, you know, let them go. Anyway, after getting all of this stuff, I guess we can move on. I already see the next rot fiend. Alright. Probably have to climb up here, right? Yes. Okay. I see you.
Monsters.
Yeah, they're monsters. I hear more of you. Yes. Oh, I see. Well, It was nothing. Oh, I have very little space to maneuver here. I don't like that at all. When? Oh, now we can talk. Alright, away from that. I already see the next wave coming up. Alright. Nice. Okay, so I see. We're getting close. We are getting close. I do wonder though. There's more than one door here. Oh, I heard evil stuff. But I can't actually see the evil stuff. Huh. Probably up here. Yep. It totally is. For you as well, and oh well, get away from you. Place of power somewhere. All right, we're almost there. I'm kind of intrigued by these other doors, though. Like this one. I mean, it seems to be an exit. I don't actually want to exit. Oh, I can't anyway. All right. In that case, let's take the other tunnel. Okay, this is where I have to go. So... okay, it's locked too. Well... then... let's see what's going on here. Oh!
Your Majesty.
I've waited long for this meeting. You left Redania so suddenly I had no chance to give you the send-off you so richly deserved.
Your Majesty, I fail to understand why I have been arrested. I've done nothing but serve Redania's interests, supporting the rebellion, undermining Henselt, risking my own reputation on your behalf.
I'm no longer the little boy who believed your every word.
Why do you do this, Radovid? I was there at your most trying hours. Without me, you would not be the man you are. I don't understand.
You understand very well.
You conspired against my father Vizimir, and against me. The entire Redanian court once trembled in fear of Philippa Eilhart.
Untrue, sire. You must let me explain. What are your charges, your Majesty?
Ambassador.
Triss Merigold was kind enough to compile a list of persons making up the secret society known as the Lodge of Sorceresses.
Ooh.
Some Nilfgaardian sorceresses were members as well, but you need not be bothered with them, my lady.
Triss, you're mad!
The Lodge ordered Demoven killed. It ordered Foltest killed. I suspect you played a part in my father's death. And if I released you from the Dimeritium, you'd kill me too. You're finished, Eilhart. There will be a trial, due process, everything as it should be. But know that you shall not wriggle out of this. You shall be convicted of conspiracy, treason, and regicide. They'll rip your flesh from you in bits before they burn you at the stake. Throughout my childhood, I felt your cold stare on the back of my neck. When I issued orders, my subjects would search with their eyes for Philippa Eilhart's gesture of consent. The entire court at Tretogor looked on as you humiliated me. All Redania laughed behind my back. You taught me to look everyone in the eye. Force them to lower their gaze, do you remember? A king must never show weakness, uncertainty, you said. I've mastered that skill. Yet there is one I could never force to submit. You. You've one chance to shorten your suffering. Admit to everything, here and now in the ambassador's presence. Look me in the eye and repent. Submit. As you wish. Torturer, put out those vile eyes.
You're making a grave error, sire.
Oh, wow. That's pretty harsh.
We will talk again, witch.
Are we certain that
The Philippa Eilhart problem has been
father of
resolved.
Radovid was also
must
killed
return
by
to
the
camp.
Kingslayer or
Wait
the
here, Excellency.
Sorcerer's Lodge?
We'll scout ahead.
Or is he just being paranoid? I mean, it's probably not done by the Kingslayer, but it may have been done by...
Intruder! Get him!
Oh. I didn't pay attention to that. So what exactly do I have to do here? Press Sheila fits other for information about Triss? Okay, I guess I'll have to fight these guys. Well, you're not much of a challenge. Okay, so, where did he go? Oh, he hid inside here? Maybe you should have locked the door. Nice. He had that coming.
You're not easy to find.
Look what they did to me. Radovid. To think I taught him magic tricks when he was just a boy. Free me, Geralt. I have to get out of here. Do you hear me? Help me!
You'll answer a few questions first.
Right. Yeah, let's ask all of it. So, is this true what he said?
Was Shillard telling the truth about the Lodge, the assassinations?
He said exactly what Radovid wanted to hear. Half-truths, musings stripped of context, which differ very little from lies.
Did Triss take part in all this?
She's clean in those terms. Innocent as a child, but only to a point. I assure you, she has not been honest with you about many other matters.
Why did all this happen? Murdering monarchs, what interests did it serve? I can't fathom.
Help me get out of here and I'll explain all and lift the spell from Saskia. Take these shackles off me and lead me to my house. I beg you. I'll tell you everything. Everything.
Alright, yeah, Jorvith is pretty eager to see you too.
I didn't track you alone. Jorvith can't wait to see you again.
My death would change little. Jorvith and all like him have no right to judge others.
Alright, fair enough. And how exactly does the spell work?
How does the spell work?
Saskia's will and mine are one. She cannot resist me. But fear not. There's no suffering involved. She merely believes me to be the most wonderful person in the world. As if she were in love. You know what's most beautiful? In spite of all this, she seems unchanged. She's retained her charm, her valor, her honor.
Okay, and I know that she's apparently with Sheila because I saw her through the megascope, but how can I find her?
Where's Saskia?
When I was arrested, she was with Sheila. They must be on their way to the deliberations by now.
Okay. So, yeah, why should I help you and not, you know, continue to look for Triss?
Clock's ticking. Time is of the essence.
Why do you do this? Would you take vengeance on a blind woman?
Shillard said they've got Triss. I have to free her before they put out her eyes too.
Going to the Nilfgaardian camp is suicide.
And leaving a friend is villainy.
Only I know how to break the spell that holds Saskia. Get me out of here. If I die, she'll remain forever spellbound.
Ah, really? Huh. I wish I could ask her more about how the spell works. I mean, if she's dead and the spell still remains, but if Saskia is just focused on her and she's no longer there, then what would happen to her? I am a little bit worried that, you know, Sheila is apparently influencing her now. So I think it would be important to lift the spell from Saskia. But of course I also want to save Triss. Yeah, I really wish what would happen if she was dead. What would happen to Saskia? Can somebody else influence her, like Sheila for example, which would be very dangerous? This is a terrible decision. But I honestly feel that in this situation I should A, go for the pragmatic choice, and this would be helping Saskia, which is more important than saving Triss on the, you know, grand scale of things. Because first of all, she is the leader of the insurgents. So if she's gone, everything that we've tried to achieve in the last chapter would basically be for nothing. And she's a damn dragon, and she may be, you know, manipulated by Sheila now, since apparently Sheila is taking care of her now. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really care about Philippa. I mean, she made her bed, so if she was to die here, well, that's what you get for, you know, trying to influence the course of history like this. So I think you knew the risks involved. But I feel that I can't risk to let her die and leave Saskia under the spell. And I mean, honestly, I feel that while, I mean, it is presented like a dual choice for me. I either have to save Saskia or I have to save Triss. I think it is more complex from Geralt's perspective, because, I mean, he's here now. Philippa's here, he can take her, he can bring her out, and he can help Saskia, and then I can always go and, you know, try to save Triss. It's not really that much of an either-or decision for Geralt, I believe. He recognizes that, you know, helping Philippa will make it harder to save Triss, but not impossible. So, I think he will probably go for the, you know, better than have one bird in hand than two in the bush. So let's take Philippa now, because she's here, we are here, we can take her now, we can help Saskia. We don't know where Triss is, we don't know if we can find her in time, we don't even know if she's still alive. It's been a while since we saw her the last time. I mean, the sorcerer we talked to in the last quest said that he saw her alive, but we can't be sure of it anymore, I feel. So I think in this situation he would say, no, I have to do Saskia, have to help Saskia first, because if I don't get out Philippa now, that chance is gone forever. But helping Triss is still, you know, an option later. So I really hate this decision, but I think I will try to lift the spell from Saskia. I think it's more important in the greater scale of things than helping Triss. As horrible as it is. So, yeah, I'm really sorry. I hope this doesn't have terrible consequences. Maybe I'm just hoping that, you know, Triss has more plot armor than Saskia. I don't know. I may be miscalculating here, but I think from a roleplay perspective, I'm going with the option to help Saskia because it's more important, and it is something that he can do right now because he's already here. He has Philippa in front of him, and that's what he can do. And he doesn't know if he will be able to save Triss, even if he, you know, leaves right now. So, okay, I will help you, not because I like you, but because I need to save Saskia.
All right, but if you're lying to me...
Unbind me and lead the way. We must return through the sewers.
The shackles stay on, and you'll go first.
Shillard will raise the alarm.
No, he won't. We'll be long gone by the time he comes to.
Kill him.
I'm not into murdering unconscious old men. Lead on.
Right. Okay.
No tricks, Phil.
I want to get out of here, and I want to live.
I believe that. Can you walk? Sure you won't faint on me?
I'll manage. Will you remove my shackles?
The manacles stay on.
Yep, I think it's better this way. Anyway, I think the episode is long enough, so I'm leaving on this slight cliffhanger here, but I will try to get Philippa out of here, and I hope that we can help Saskia this way. So, as usual, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.